A woman and a child, Cal said. The thought turned his stomach. Not just a woman, the oculist said, his expression bleak. A pregnant woman. Cal groaned. Even worse. He and about a dozen other Yenisari had gathered on the first floor and stood in a semicircle before the oculus. Miller had been called but wasn't answering his phone. What was happening, Cal wondered. Some of the Allies' alarms over the past few months had been pretty damn strange. More than strange, disturbing. The young girl, the Arabs, okay. That was the sort of thing he expected, the kind of work that made him proud to be a Yenisari. The girl and a lot of New Yorkers were alive today because of those two alarms. But this... Are you sure we weren't supposed to stop this from happening? The O shook his head. I was shown a Yenisari behind the wheel. Cal looked around for Miller, but he hadn't arrived yet. I don't get it. First that woman back in November, then... It is the same woman. Cal heard Zeklos's voice whisper, Oh no. He looked at him. Zek's face was ashen, his lips trembled. Thanks a lot, Zek, Hersey said. Now one of us has to pick up after you. Shouldn't even be here, Joliffe muttered. Both were Miller buddies. Let's not get sidetracked, Cal said. He turned to the oculus. If this is the second alarm about this woman, the ally must think she poses a serious threat. Any idea what? The O shook his head. None. Perhaps the baby. Yeah, maybe the baby. Any idea about the father? Another head shake. Again, none. But for all we know, maybe it belongs to the adversary. That was a scary thought. But, yeah, and maybe not. Cal thought of something. These alarms aren't infallible, you know. Look what happened last time. You saw a truck hitting this same woman, but it didn't. Zeklos missed her. Everyone looked at Zeklos, some with naked hostility. The little man took a step back. It doesn't show the future, the O said. It shows a possible or probable future. It shows me near things and far things, little things and momentous things. On Sunday, it showed me explosions on buses and bridges, a future it wanted stopped, and we stopped it. But as you all well know, every so often it shows me a future it wants us to make happen, like this one. So none of this is carved in stone. I don't think it can be, because there's always the unforeseen, unpredictable variable of the human factor. Again, a number of the Yenisari glanced at Zeklos. But Cal couldn't stop wondering about the Allies' methods. In fact, the methods used by both sides. Neither employed full frontal attacks, no shows of naked force. Both pulled occult strings from behind the scenes, manipulating events through human agents. Why? Why no overt aggression? Did they save that for elsewhere? Pitched battles in interdimensional space? Were there rules for dealing with sentient species? Cal had come to the conclusion that this cosmic game, and that was what it seemed to be, had no hard and fast rules, but rather guidelines that compelled each side to act without revealing itself. Perhaps they had a scoring system that awarded style points to the side that could gain or keep the upper hand with the most elegant medley of obscurity and elan. And perhaps he was way off base. Maybe the human mind was incapable of making any sense of the forces in play here. He did know he was a pawn, but a willing, enthusiastic pawn. If he had to be part of this game, he preferred to know the score than be an unwitting puppet. The door chimed. Joliffe stepped to the monitors and checked the front door camera. He pressed the unlock button and smiled as he looked up. It's Miller. Miller stepped inside and closed the door behind him. Sorry I'm late. Didn't get the message till a few minutes ago. Probably with one of his hookers, Cal thought, knowing Miller alternated between two favorites. More power to him. A night of heavy sex usually left him mellow. Well, relatively so. Cal sensed that a truly mellow Miller might violate some law of nature.